dear students, welcome back. I Garima is again back with another video of chapter number 11, Representations of 1857. In the very first video, what we have done was we have discussed about how the mutiny began in Meerut, then Delhi, then I told you something about Shahmal, then Kanpur, Lucknow, Banaras, Allahabad, Central India, Jhansi, Gwalior, Bareilly, Bihar, South India, other places. Even I told you about some rumors and prophecies at that time. If you haven't seen that video, please go back to the channel and have a look on that video. And today I'll be discussing revolt in Awadh. The kingdom of Awadh is situated in the territory between Sarju, a tributary of Ganges, to the northwest of Allahabad. The British occupied the kingdom in stages. What happened in 1801? The British imposed a subsidiary alliance on the Nawab, and the Nawab there was Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. What is subsidiary alliance? मैंने हिंदी में भी लिखा है यहाँ पर. Subsidiary alliance का मतलब है सहायक संधि. सहायक मतलब साथ देना. This was developed by East India Company. In this, any Indian ruler entering into subsidiary alliance with the British had to accept British forces in his territory and also agree to pay for their maintenance. So after this alliance, he had to disband the military force and allow the Britishers to station their military force within the kingdom and to act according to the advice of British resident. Deprived of his armed forces, अब उसकी armed forces खत्म हो चुकी है, army किसकी आ चुकी है, Britishers की आ चुकी है, तो the Nawab was gradually dependent on the Britishers to maintain law and order within the kingdom. He could no more assert authority over the chiefs and talukdars. The Britishers found the kingdom of Awadh, the land of Awadh, the territory of Awadh, good for producing indigo and cotton. By the early 1850s, Britishers became masters of Maratha lands, the central India, Karnataka, Punjab and Bengal. ये सब हम पढ़ चुके हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ पर Britishers जीते थे, कहाँ कहाँ पर नहीं जीते थे. The occupation of Awadh in 1856 was expected to complete the process of territorial expansion that the colonial power had begun. The Governor General of India, Lord Dalhousie's policies of wholesale annexation created dissatisfaction among the native rulers. In 1851, he had described that kingdom of Awadh as a cherry that will drop into our mouth. One day, Britishers को बोला था कि ये एक ऐसी cherry है जो एक दिन हमारे मुंह में आके गिरेगी ही गिरेगी. In 1856, he deposed Nawab Ali Shah, the ruler of Kingdom of Awadh, and exiled him to Calcutta on the ground of misgovernment. He was also wrongly assumed. उसने बहुत गलत assume किया किसने? Lord Dalhousie ने कि he is not popular, कि यहाँ के लोग उससे बिल्कुल भी favor नहीं करते हैं उसकी. लेकिन he was widely loved by the people, by his subjects. When he left Lucknow, many people followed all the way to him, to Kanpur, singing songs of lament. One of the contemporary observers expressed a cry of agony, and he said that the life was gone of the body and the body had been left lifeless. कहा कि ये जो हमारी जिंदगी है, जो जान है, जो शरीर में से निकल के जा चुकी है, वो जान कौन है? नवाब वाजिद अली शाह. और ये जिंदगी शरीर में से निकल के जा चुकी है. और कुछ और ने कुछ एक तरह के सॉन्ग्स भी बनाए. अंग्रेज बहादुर आइन मुल्क लैली नो. इसका मतलब क्या है कि इंग्लिश केम एंड टुक द कंट्री. इंग्लिश आए और उन्होंने हमारे मुल्क पे, हमारे कंट्री पे राज करना शुरू कर दिया. In Awadh, more than anywhere else, the revolt became an expression of popular resistance to foreign rule. The annexation of Awadh displaced talukdars. Talukdars के बारे में हमने बच्चे पढ़ चुके हैं. In many villages, talukdars had their estates. लेकिन ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया? उनको डिसआर्म करके उनके फोर्ट्स को डिमोलिश कर दिया. They controlled the land and deserted part in the countryside. लेकिन ब्रिटिशर्स के आने से पहले कई तालुकदार इतने ज़्यादा रिच थे कि दे हैड अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 12,000 फुट सोल्जर्स. लेकिन ब्रिटिशर्स बिल्कुल भी तालुकदार्स की पावर्स को एक्सेप्ट करने को तैयार नहीं थे. इसलिए उन्होंने क्या किया? उनके फोर्ट्स तक को डिमोलिश कर दिया. British land revenue policy further gave a setback to the position and authority of talukdars. In 1856, British made revenue settlement of Awadh और settlement को नाम दिया summary settlement. They assumed that the talukdars were established their land over through force and fraud. The summary, so they removed talukdars where is possible. अगर उसकी बात करूँ, ब्रिटिशर्स के आने से पहले तो 67% जो लैंड थी वो किसके अंडर थी? तालुकदार्स के अंदर थी। लेकिन समरी सेटलमेंट के आने के बाद सिर्फ 38% लैंड तालुकदार्स के अंडर रह गई। और जो सदर्न तालुकदार थे सदर्न अवध के, उनको सबसे गहरी चोट पहुंची थी, क्योंकि हाफ ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ टोटल विलेजेस जितने थे उससे लगभग आधे उनके ख़त्म हो चुके थे। Now the British land revenue officers aimed to settle the land which actual owners of the soil. It would reduce the level of exploitation of peasants and increase the revenue returns of the state. But their hopes were belied. The revenue flow of the states increased, but the burden of demands on peasants did not decline. As a result, neither the talukdars nor the peasants were happy with the measures taken by the Britishers. The disposition of talukdars broke down the entire social order. The ties of loyalty and patronage that bound the peasants with the talukdars were shaken. In the pre-British time, the Britishers thought the talukdars were oppressors, but many of them were father figures. They helped the peasants during their time of need, but under the British there was no longer any guarantee that the British revenue officers would to come to their rescue, or the collection of revenue demand of the state would be reduced, or collection postponed in times of failure of crops. During 1857, the resistance of talukdars increased, and long-lasting infighting was carried by both talukdars and peasants. Many talukdars joined Begum Hazrat Mahal, who was she, the wife of the Nawab, to fight against the Britishers. The sepoys had their own grievances. A large number of sepoys were recruited from the villages of Awadh, since they had been complaining of low levels of pay and difficulty of getting leave. There were some other reasons also. In 1820, sepoys and the whites maintained friendly relations with each other. Basically, they would take part in their leisure activities. They had wrestling bouts, they had hawking with them. They used to, some of them used to speak Hindustani very fluently, and also they were very familiar with the customs and culture of the country. These officers was disciplinaries, but at the same time they were father figures too. लेकिन अब 1840s में क्या हुआ, तो जो डिस्टेंस था सिपॉयज़ और ऑफिसर्स के बीच का, वो डिस्टेंस बढ़ता ही जा रहा था, क्योंकि रेशियल इन्फीरियर्स कंसिडर किया जा रहा था। वो बेसिकली उनको अब्यूज़ करते थे और कई बार मारते पीटते भी थे। दोनों का डिस्टेंस जो बढ़ता जा रहा था, डिस्टेंस जो कवर कौन कर रहा था, सस्पिशन, शक कवर कर रहा था उसको। और सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल हमने र्यूमर्स में पढ़ा, उसका जो कार्ट्रिजेस वाला एपिसोड हुआ वो इसका एक बहुत बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है। देयर एग्जिस्टेड क्लोज लिंक्स बिटवीन सेपॉयज़ और कंट्री साइड, जो नॉर्थ इंडिया के जो कंट्री साइड के लोग थे और सेपॉयज़ का बहुत अच्छा लिंक था। लार्ज मेजॉरिटी जो सेपॉयज़ बंगाल आर्मी जो थे बंगाल आर्मी के, वो अवध और ईस्टर्न यूपी से रिक्रूट हुए थे। कई ब्राह्मण से और कई अपर कास्ट से बिलोंग करते थे। फैमिलीज ऑफ द सेपॉयज़ क्विकली ट्रांसमिटेड द चेंजेस कमिंग अराउंड देम टू सेपॉय द लाइन्स। इन टर्न द फियर जो था सेपॉयज़ के अंदर कि नए ग्रीस्ड कार्ट्रिजेस के बारे में जो मिसबिहेवियर का था, ये सब बहुत प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर रहा था। जब सेपॉयज़ ने ऑर्डर्स को रिफ्यूज़ कर दिया, मानने से मना कर दिया, तो ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया, उनके अगेंस्ट हो गए। और जब ब्रिटिशर्स अगेंस्ट हुए तो सिपॉयज़ ने भी अपने हथियार उठा लिया अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिशर्स, और उनको उनके लोकल विलेजर्स ने बहुत ज़्यादा ज्वाइन किया। द पीजेंट्स एंड लार्ज नंबर फ्रॉम ऑल साइड्स कम जॉइंड द सोल्जर्स। द ऑर्डिनरी पीपल ऑफ द टाउन्स ऑल्सो जॉइंड इन कलेक्टिव एक्ट्स ऑफ रिबेलियन। सो बच्चे, दिस वॉज आवर टॉपिक फॉर टुडे, एंड the next topic we'll be discussing the grievances of rebels and the sepoys. Thank you, stay safe and stay at home.